Hi, Karen here, and I'm making this video with real honesty, real direct destruction of something that happened to me at one point, and I wrote a poem about it. And I used to think that to be in my absolute truth was to be in my highest knowing, or my most aware, evolved self, and that's where I speak from. But then the divine showed me difference, and this took some time. So I was shown that to be truly in my truth means to be able to express some of the things that took place on my path, where I needed to have faith and where I needed to realize and recognize and lean on the divine to carry me through situations onto the new path, into the higher awareness and the consciousness and the evolvedness of the situation. So this poem that I wrote was actually about a time where I had paid somebody to teach me a particular topic around development and growth, personal growth. And since training with that person, I had discovered that somehow I was having issues at the times of the moon cycle. I was having issues in my life that weren't making sense to me. I wasn't able to financially break through and gain success where I would have before. I wasn't able, I felt somehow I was being kept from people who were important to me at the time. And I didn't feel I had a lot of control in that situation. Now, since then, I discovered there was a form of gang stalking, and it involved rituals. And I had no idea about such a thing because I've no interest in this. I've no understanding, and I don't want to know. So a lot of this happened because of jealousy and envy from a person who wanted something that they saw that I had, or had an agenda. I do not know, and I do not need to know. But I'm sharing this with you because if you ever are bullied in any way, the power of prayer and the power of belief, do not ever underestimate it. Never underestimate it. Because here is an example of what happened to me. I was planted as a seed. So I was planted underground. I was planted in a place, in a dark place, by this situation. I was planted as a seed. Consciousness grew me, raised me, and renewed me. The rain grew me. The sun shined on me. The divine protected me and guarded me from the frost. Then I began to also water myself. I began to allow the divine in even more. I began nourishing my soil with my words, with my thoughts, with my knowing, with my mantras. Every time they tried to find me, I was hidden until the divine was ready to show me. So let it go down to the soil. Be reabsorbed and rejuvenated by the earth. Light, water, earth, soil, oxygen. Listen to the wind and the rain, for you are always guided. So this whole experience, bringing it into the lighter side, the evolved side, the conscious awareness side, the lessons learned. From this experience, I learned how strong I am. I learned how strong the divine is, because I had felt like I was still on someone else's ship for a long, long time. And I wanted to be on my ship, which was the divine liberation from that scenario into the true. And what I realized was, number one, that I'm actually very strong. Number two, that faith does grow you. Faith is something that many have shown to be true, and it is true. And that I learned by all of this that the shadow side of ourselves is to be released and let go, and that in some way this experience showed me how to get away from it, number one, and to trust and have faith that the divine has me, and to pray. So I learned to pray and to really come into a place in myself where breaking off that from my life was what I needed to do, so as to come into abundance again, into the true essence of who I am, and to learn from it. That a lot of people in your ascension path may not be ascended themselves, may not have the conscious awareness that you even have yourself, may not have the prayer, the abundance that you have, that you don't even know you have. I didn't have a successful, massive, amazing lifestyle at that particular time. I didn't have so much of what even these people had themselves, but there was something about me that I did have, and that's a beautiful radiant light, a beautiful radiant knowing, and a pure connection to the divine that they themselves didn't have. So be careful, protect yourself, and know that you are loved, and that faith will carry you through, and trust that your faith will show you, and your intuition will show you who to be guided towards, and to elevate yourself out of your own shadows. Lots of love. Thank you.